What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Show back with another video. Now, I've been thinking about this quite a bit. I was thinking about what is basically the next, anime to get a game. And, I've made a couple videos about this before the Jujutsu Kaisen thing came out, and they was talking about making that a game. There's one thing I felt like is really overlooked that I feel like could be a really, really good game, and that is Blue Lock. Yeah, the soccer anime, that Blue Lock. Now, Blue Lock is a manga series. It's been recently made into an anime not too long ago, and it got some hype. It got some critical acclaim. Now, a lot of people really aren't anime sports fans, and I can understand why. It's such kind of a niche genre within a niche genre, in the terms that it's an interesting medium, because if you're not really interested in sports in general, that's not really your thing, then it's probably a good reason why many people really haven't gotten to sports anime. Like, Haikyuu is one of my top animes of all time, and that's not within the sports category. I think in the sports category, for me, it is my favorite of all time. But in terms of just anime in general, it definitely is top 5, probably even top 3. I love the anime so much, and it's not even done. And that's simply because I think sports anime really carries something that the other anime genres can't really produce. I mean, yeah, you can produce the amounts of hype that are in certain sports shows with big battles and events, but for me, in every match in the high school inter-high tournament, it's hype for me. They all feel like we got something to lose. I feel like I'm part of the team and I don't want to lose. I've watched Kuroko, I've watched Ippo, I've watched Haikyuu, and I think Haikyuu does it best with giving the amount of character development for each member on the team, and that was saying it sounds really exhausting, but it's really not. While I think Haikyuu is great and I think it could translate to a game, that's not what we're really here to talk about. We're here to talk about Blue Lock, and why I know for a fact that can transfer into a game. Now, getting back to Blue Lock, here's some general knowledge to help you guys get acclimated with the series as a whole.
Blue Lock is a Japanese manga series written by Muneyuki Kaneshiro and illustrated by Yusuke Nomura. It was serialized in Weekly Shonen Magazine from August 2018 to February 2022. The manga has gained popularity for its unique take on the sports genre, specifically focusing on the sport of soccer. The story of Blue Lock revolves around the protagonist, Yoichi Isagi, who's a talented high school soccer player. He gets selected to participate in a special program called the Blue Lock Project. The project aims to create the ultimate striker who can lead the Japanese national team to victory in the World Cup. Yoichi, along with other talented young players, is sent to the Blue Lock training facility, which is like a high-security prison designed to mold these players into elite strikers. They undergo intense and rigorous training under the supervision of coaches and face numerous challenges and competitions to prove their worth. The series explores themes such as ambition, teamwork, competition, and the pursuit of excellence. It delves into the psychological aspects of sports and the pressure that players face to perform at their best. Blue Lock has been praised for its compelling storyline, dynamic character development, and intense soccer action. It has garnered a dedicated fan base and received critical acclaim for its fresh take on the sports genre.
Now, that's a pretty unique take. Blue Lock is kind of like a hyper stylized version of soccer. They have all these visuals, and different characters have these kind of godlike abilities. It really translates to just being regular soccer moves that just look really anime stylized, and it's more akin to Kuroko than it is Haikyuu, because Haikyuu is based off a lot of realism, and while they do have realism in Blue Lock, it's more based off of the cool looking abilities and powers and stuff, and what you can do to visualize that and show how great that move is being utilized. Here's the thing though, there's already a game out currently right now that you can play, that is currently similar to a game I think Blue Lock would make, and that is Tsubasa Rise of Champions. Now, I first played this game on Switch. You can get it on PlayStation and all that other stuff. Now, this is actually this first soccer game, soccer video game I've played, and yes, that means I haven't played FIFA, so let's get this straight. Let's just go ahead and cut the error before whatever. I am not claiming to be a big soccer fan. I have watched a couple of soccer anime. I'm interested in the sport. I really haven't gotten into anything that's concrete. I think Blue Lock is a cool take, and that may not be good for people that actually really know about the stuff. I am kind of an amateur in this department. It's the same I am in Haikyuu, But for some reason, this makes me want to play the sport. This makes me want to, watch it. So let's just go ahead and get it out the way. But it is the first soccer game I've played. Captain Tsubasa, Rise of the New Champions is the correct name. I said Rise of the Champions earlier. The thing about that is I don't know none of the characters, but you can kind of play like your own story mode. You can create your own character and then, have that character go through like a little contest mode where you're trying to be like a champion. You're trying to rise all the way and beat the national team or whatever this situation is. I played that game all the way through. I loved it. And the reason I said this could be a good template for Blue Lock is because they have sort of like special effects. The actual gameplay of the game in itself is fun. And I just lied because I did play Mario Strikers, but that's a whole other thing. I forgot it was technically a soccer game. It's more on the goofy side. But as I was saying, with the Rise of the New Champions, you get to create a character and your character can learn from the existing characters in the story. And they have like these kind of like special moves where they can like cross you. I don't know if that's what it's called in soccer or football, because I am beginning to say football. Okay, you can basically kind of like cross people in the sport, and basically it shows like a little animation when you're about to kick a goal. You can actually charge up and do like these big super kicks and stuff that have like an eagle flying or a cannon shooting the ball, and it's actually visually accepting. And I feel like this is something that they could build on with Blue Lock. Blue Lock could have a game like this come out. And for this game, it specifically came under the radar. I feel like it's a great game. Definitely go pick it up, even if you're not just a football fan. Go pick it up, go try it. It's absolutely amazing. But I feel like that could be the basis from what we're trying to do when watching Blue Lock. I would definitely play a game based in this format where, you can actually utilize the people's abilities, and it's showing all the little cool visual effects and stuff that they do in the show. So here's my thing. How do you feel about Blue Lock as a whole? Like, how would you feel like it'd be a good game? Because me personally, I really enjoy the anime series. I think even as of now, with one season, it's probably better than Kuroko no Basket to me. And that's simply because the style of the anime is like the style that it is based around. Like Kuroko is based around these two, great players, great team players or whatever. Haikyuu is based around the team and the opponents and basically getting to know everybody. So you don't even know who you're rooting for anymore. With Blue Lock, it's like me, always me. Like Blue Lock is made to be, I'm gonna be selfish. I'm going to be the one that's gonna get us to win. And if you watch like basketball and anything like that, that would also be known as like the mama mentality. Like, I'm gonna get us a win. I may be rude, I may be selfish, but I'm gonna be the reason why we win. I'm gonna be the best player on the court, and I'm gonna take that. And I think Blue Lock really shows how, as an athlete, you could really get in that mindset and why it might not always be negative for you. So you get in that mindset where you just want to take over. But with that being said, guys, how would you feel about that as a game? I'd definitely be overjoyed. I feel like that would be a good concept. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.
Captain Tsubasa, Rise of New Champions, is a soccer video game based on the popular manga and anime series called Captain Tsubasa. The game was developed by Tamsoft and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. It was released on various platforms, including PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC in August 2020. The game features an arcade-style soccer gameplay experience, incorporating the dynamic and over-the-top moves that are characteristic of the Captain Tsubasa series. Players can control various characters from the manga and anime, including Tsubasa, Ozora, Kojiro Hyuga, and many others. Each character has unique abilities and special moves that can be utilized during matches. In Captain Tsubasa, Rise of New Champions, players can engage in both story mode and online multiplayer matches. The story mode follows the journey of Tsubasa Ozora as he strives to become the best soccer player in the world. It includes several story arcs, intense matches, and interactions with various characters from the series. The online multiplayer mode allows players to compete against each other in ranked matches or friendly matches. You can test your skills against players from around the world and see who can become the ultimate soccer champion. Overall, Captain Tsubasa, Rise of New Champions offers an exciting and action-packed soccer experience, combining the beloved characters and storyline of the Captain Tsubasa series with fast-paced gameplay and impressive moves. Whether you're a fan of the original manga and anime, or simply enjoy soccer games, this title provides an enjoyable and nostalgic experience for players.